What is up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Things are definitely looking a little bit more smooth this Wednesday afternoon. I am the only one working from home today, so there should not be that many glitches. But if you do experience any, just make sure that you are streaming this or watching this at home in 1080p. Okay, so what is up? I'm seeing everybody funneling in. Let me scoot up. What is good? If you do not know who I am, where's my little handle screen at? My name is Nadja, aka The VoodooChild. You can find me in all these places here. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. I have my own website where I sell my own artwork. Right now, my website is in like an in-between phase of seasons, so there's not a lot of stuff, but there is an unlimited supply of artwork. So if you want to support the kid, please go into shopvoodoochild.com and go check out my artwork. How are you guys doing this Wednesday evening? If you don't even know what segment this is, and you're wondering like who the hell is this girl talking to into the ether, this is a live advice segment called Tribetea, and here are our awesome tribe members in the chat. What is up, guys? Shout out to Nyala and OOTW for modding for me. I see a lot of familiar faces in the chat, a lot of new faces. Shout out to people like Cage. If you haven't been here in a minute and this is your first time in some time, what is up? And this segment is basically when my watchers send in their stories or advice and share it with the tribe. We give advice. Or maybe if you just been through something and you want to share with somebody else so they don't go through it, people will send in stories for that too. Thank you so much for the compliments on the hair and the makeup. I literally just did my hair before this stream. That's why I'm running like a little late. So thank you so much for the compliments. So today, so sometimes when I do tribe teas, I like to keep it like on theme, right? So today's theme is going to be friendships, more specifically best friendships, but mainly on like losing friends during C19 times. Like that's mainly the meat and potatoes of today. We're only going to be reading 4 stories because they are fairly lengthy. All right, so the title of the stories we're going to be reading is, one is going to be called My Ex-Best Friend. The other one is Tribetea, I Lost a Friend Because I Did Not Want to Travel. The second one is called Storytime, My Friend's Mum is a Psycho Bee. They say UK edition. Girl, something with her friend and her friend's mama. Then we have just flat out COVID ruined our friendship. Damn, that's not hurt. But yeah, all of them are pretty lengthy, so I'm just gonna read these 4. But I just thought it was interesting that the people that sent this to me, they all sent it to me like around the time of, y'all remember that time in 2021 where like people were trying to act like things were just back to normal and like we didn't have like a whole nother wave left to go type thing? Like, because I feel like in 2020 we all were on the same page of like, okay girl, we need to be in the house. Some of us were getting that unemployment, some of us, you know, we're not, some of us had to move back home with our parents, you know, like it is what it is. But then in 2021 I feel like some people wanted to test the waters, and I feel like that is when it got a little dicey for some people in their friendships. I lost some friends during COVID as well, just from me being an introvert and just not being really good at like nurturing new relationships. I will completely take the blame. I've been at fault for some friendships falling off for COVID, but also just realizing that there have been a few. I'll probably say like a handful. I'm not acting like I got like friends at the ass, girl, but I'm not trying to single nobody out or anything. But there's also been an instance or 2 or whatever of, you know, maybe that time made me realize that, damn, I'm only giving you physical energy every time. Like we're not having intellectual conversations. We're not really like vibing on that type of time. We just always have to be in each other's face, like maybe going to a bar, going to, you know, smoking together, like, you know, like when we're not really doing any, do we have any common interests other than our vices type thing, you know? And I spoke about that in the past. I've spoken about that for years on this channel actually, is to like make sure that you're not just friends with somebody just because you got the same vice. And I feel like us going into quarantine and like really getting into our vices kind of made us realize like, okay, all right, like yeah. So if you guys are interested in those type of stories, please stick around. Make sure you like this stream. Shout out to Adrian, shout out to Callie. I'm seeing all of you guys funneling in. What is up? Thank you so much for joining us today. Let me see how many people are in here while I'm starting. There might be more, but on my end there's about like 200 people in here. Yes, shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. Oh, shout out to Amuche. How are you doing, girl? So yeah, y'all called it the COVID Renaissance. I like that. I really do like that. So, and shout out to any of my Taurus birthdays, because we're about to head into Gemini season and never look back. So shout out, happy birthday to all of y'all. If you're a Taurus, make sure you drop your zodiac sign in the chat as well as the comments. So the first story is from a longtime tribe member. What is up? I don't know if you want me to say your name or not, so I won't. I'll keep it cute. But they're starting us off with the my ex best friend, okay? So, hey, Nadja girl, I love your videos and I look forward to Wednesdays because that means I get 4 full days of content from you, your podcast, and your podcast with Daniel. Oh my God, well, thank you so much. Yes, you definitely are a Patreon also. Like, thank you so much for the constant support week after week. It really means a lot. And if you guys don't know, I do post more places than just on this channel. I'm actually going to be posting on my vlog channel. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight or tomorrow morning, whichever. I just want y'all to have something to watch at work tomorrow. Then on the weekends, you know, I'm doing the podcast. Like, definitely stay tuned once this live stream is over. There's tons of links that you could click on and go find me elsewhere. So thank you so much for that. She said, I'm sure you see me camped in those comments every week. Yes, but child, I have a story for you. I just watched your messy by tea tribe tea. Now that one went a little viral. That one went popping on the channel. So it's the story about the girls trip. Reminded me of a story that I can tell to the tribe. This is about an old best friend of mine and how we fell out. So I had this friend, let's call her Kula. Like a ice cooler, okay? We met through my longtime best friend, Peach. Peach was Kula's RA when she was a freshman before she got fired. But that was enough time for them to become friends and for Peach to introduce her to me. She was really shy at first and I didn't like her because I'm very monotone when you first meet me. I have no opinion on you, so I have no certain way I prefer to speak to you. So you mad at her because she's shy and you're also shy. I don't know if you're shy, but you said you monotone. Girl, what is that? Oh my God. So anyway, I found out that she smoked, so we hit it off, of course, sharing vices. You ain't even like this girl, but you're like, you know what? I'll smoke some of the peace pipe with ya. So soon enough, Peach started becoming very busy and unavailable because she played lacrosse on campus, so she was always at games or practice. So that meant Kula and I were hanging out alone a lot more together and getting closer. There were multiple incidents / red flags. Individually, they either looked like she was watching out for me, she didn't like confrontation, or it was a misunderstanding. However, as a whole, they appear more sinister. So let's list these off because we had a 2-year-long friendship. So it would be a long email if I told this all in story form. See, now I'm nervous. Because like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I don't think it was you. I think it was you, but I don't think it was you. I think it was you, but I don't think it, I think it was you, but I don't think it was you. And the other person who I think it is in the chat right now. So if it's you, be real and tell me it was you. But I think I pissed you off. I think I did with my opinion about some like it was like a dumb pop culture topic, but I don't remember what it was. But if it was you and not the person who I'm thinking, please don't get in your feelings if I don't agree with how you treating this girl, because you already setting her up being like shy and being the outsider coming in, and now you're over here talking about by themselves, they might look like nothing, but put together, it's diabolical. So I'm just like, girl, I don't know, because you definitely, if you're who I think you are, you definitely was tripping out my ass over like some stupid shit. But with that being said, don't get mad, girl. I'm not coming for you personally. This is not personal. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, okay? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, all right? But still love you. Still love you. Because I recognize your name off it. So, you said individually they're bad, right? So here, let's get into, so however, as a whole, they appear more sinister. So let's list these off, because we had a 2-year-long friendship. So it would be a long email if I, not Duolingo sending me stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get this out of here. Yeah, they have a 2-year-long friendship, and it would be a long email if I told it in story form. Okay, fair. So first red flag. I sent a separate tribetea about this story, but genuinely cannot remember the name of the video. But Peach got upset because we asked her to sleep. Oh, I remember you. Peach got upset. It wasn't you. I don't think it was you that got mad. I think it was the person that's in the chat right now that got mad at me. But obviously, you're not butthurt because you're still here. Okay, no, I remember you now. So... yeah, okay, so Peach got upset because we asked her to sleep on the floor during a sleepover because she came late and we were already cramped in my full-size bed. Kula told me that the next day, Peach said she felt like Kula and I were on some gay shit. Okay? Girl, you're mad. Like, bitch, what? You wanna bump coochies or something? Like, what? You mad because you didn't get in the bed? Like, girl, look. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to go brush up. on that story, but I do remember. If y'all remember in the chat, can like somebody please write in the comments or something later on? Like, I remember that story of like the sleepover, and I remember the nickname Peach specifically. Or maybe y'all just like using that nickname Peach. But I don't know. I don't know. So she's talking about, are y'all on some gay shit in the bed? And that's why we confined her to the floor. And Kula says she just wanted to tell me because I'm pansexual, and she felt that comment was pretty derogatory. However, Peach be on her gay shit too. And after having a talk with her one-on-one, I know she didn't mean it like that. But knowing what I know now about Kula, it's very possible that she twisted Peach's words to try and distance us. All right. Well, I will put that in my back pocket. I'll take your word for that. But that's the first red flag. The second one, her ain't shit ass boyfriend, T. He himself is a whole freaking incident. Dirty little, ooh, girl. Ooh. He was very obsessive, manipulative, and all around toxic. We used to get into it a lot because Kula had a bad habit of involving her friends with her relationship and then sitting back while we got disrespectful to them. T. One time, Kula, Peach, and I were in Kula's car waiting for the plug to come out, and her boyfriend called and asked where she was. When she answered him, he asked who she was with, and she told him she was with us. And this man said, I don't believe you. Have them say something. So she asked us to say hi, and we did, like some freaking dummies. And he's going to say, I can't hear them. No, and she's talking about, can y'all please speak up? Girl, to me, honestly, your friends sound like, Miss Kula so far sound like a victim. She sound like a victim of verbal abuse so far with the boyfriend. So thinking of the first flag, if that was the first flag, I'm just going with the benefit of the doubt. I still don't know the full tea. We're going to get to the end and get to it. But the fact that she's new to the friendship, like, did she know that, did Kula know that Peach was gay? However, Peach, you said Peach be on her gay shit, but like, does Peach identify as bisexual, lesbian, pan, queer, or does she just be on her gay shit? Like, come on, girl, the way that you identify as pan, like, because Kula is the new girl, did she know that? Because in her brain, she probably was like, oop, that was off, you're open, you out, she said that, I just want you to know, like, because even if we are all gay, if you say some like homophobic shit, it's still homophobic. Like, we're gonna be like, oh shit. Some people play with their friends in other ways, but I don't know. That's just me. Let me know. How do y'all feel about that? But I just feel like the fact that old girl is getting pushed around by her boyfriend, and then you said she don't speak up when y'all be snapping on him. I mean, it sounds to me like old girl is a victim, girl. Maybe she be involving y'all and her stuff so that maybe y'all could, I don't know, save her little ass. I don't know. Again, that's not your responsibility. I'm just saying, this isn't given so far. I don't know. But hey, you did start this off by, this could look like a miscommunication. Y'all say, where action at? So, girl, the man is the problem here. So this man talking about, can you guys speak up? On some, I can't hear you, head ass. Like, what? I looked her dead in the eyes and said, hang up the phone, Kula, because why the hell am I saying hey to him like he's your father and we're in high school? She giggled and hung up. He instantly called back and told her, who said that? Tell that bitch to mind her business. No. Girl, why did you even pick up the phone? And then she just sat there in the driver's seat looking goofy while his fat ass lectured her over the phone. Peach and I took a mental note of how she didn't check him calling me a bitch. Bruh, did y'all also take the mental note of how she also didn't check him about disrespecting her? Bruh, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. Like, he should not have called you a bitch. That's very disrespectful. However, we have to lend out a little bit of grace here and at least admit that this is a verbally abusive relationship, an emotionally abusive relationship. He doesn't respect her. She don't got no respect for herself. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say you have to deal with disrespect because of that, but you could choose not to be friends with, because you don't have to deal with that disrespect. You're not dating that dude. Like, what the fuck? That's not your boyfriend. You don't gotta handle, you don't gotta take for that. And if she's still in the middle of that toxic situation, you gotta be like, hey, look, with love, you may be okay with that disrespect, but I'm not. So once you get that shit together, we can come and talk. When you finally need a place to go, when you leave, like you're done, hit me up. But like I always tell y'all, tell your people, it hurts me to hear about you being hurt. I can't just sit back and just be okay. Like, I can't wear the clown makeup with you, bro. Like, I'm not about to stoop down to, no. So basically she said they never got along with the boy. He's always disrespecting them when they're together, and she doesn't say shit back to his bum ass, like, at all. That's why he and I started getting into it verbally, because it was clear to me she was not going to defend me against him. So I had to defend myself and just curse the little boyfriend out. See, that's too much. I would have been like, look, sis, hit me up when you're done with that, because I'm not. I don't want to hang out that bad, girl. I don't want to smoke a blizzy that bad. You see how the common vices be getting you in situations with people that don't, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, don't match up, don't align with what you got going on. So red flag number 3, she had main character syndrome so bad. It would be things like her changing plans for everyone because she didn't want to do something, rather than opting out once she didn't have the majority vote. Like, for instance, I took us 3, me, Peach, and Kula, plus 2 of my other good friends downtown just to chill at a park. We wanted to go straight there, but she kept pushing and pressing for us to go to Starbucks, despite nobody else in the group wanting to go. Anytime we would talk about where we were going, this B would start bringing up Starbucks. Like, girl, drop it. What the F? We ended up going because she wouldn't shut up, and one of my other friends was like, why are we here? Nobody wanted Starbucks but her, so what the F? I felt so embarrassed because why am I letting one person dictate moves for the whole group, especially when she's not the one driving? That happens too many times to count, though. No, that is very annoying and very inconsiderate. Especially, like, it's like, girl, if you want something that bad, go get it your fucking self. Like, we're all grown. We have these, okay? We could turn our location on. Hey, girl, I'm about to just go walk over to the Starbucks. Where are y'all about to be at? I can meet up with you. Like, it's not that complicated. We don't have to get the whole squad to go to the same way how when we're all going to, like, we don't need all the girls to go to the bathroom. You need your one bathroom buddy and you go, because we need to make sure our sis at the bar is good. We need to make sure our sis at the dance floor is good. We can't all be, yeah, no. So I definitely feel you on that. That is something, though, if anybody is having that issue, that is something you could definitely sit down with someone and talk about. That's more like a personality thing for them, or maybe they don't realize they're doing it and it can be talked out. But like, once you talk to somebody about it and they're still doing it and they're being inconsiderate, yeah, nah. But Nyala brought up a good point. I don't really consider this main character syndrome as much as I view it as just being inconsiderate and like selfish of other people's time, not respecting time boundaries. It seems like she has a lot of boundary issues, like bringing the boyfriends on the friend trips and the answering the boyfriend's calls during the after he just did, like, you know, just a lot of boundary issues here. No self-respect for herself. So how do we expect her to treat y'all, you know? All right, flag number 4, her family issues. She would project her toxic issues onto her friends, and apparently her households will have issues with her, but wouldn't tell her about it and left her guessing as to why they were treating her a certain way. So for some reason, she would just assume the same of us and would make up issues from things that she felt like she did, and then would hold animosity towards us. Girl. See, now that's that therapy, girl. Red flag number 5. We did a girls trip. We went to Austin for a couple days to visit one of my other best friends who had recently moved there with her family. She had been coming to Houston to visit me and her other girlfriends, or her other friends. So after getting my first car, I wanted to return the favor and drive her. Since it was Austin, I wanted to bring my girls. It's not deemed the California of Texas for nothing. So we get a beautiful hotel. Me and Kula agreed to split. Here's my thing. So far, so much shit has happened, bro. Like, so much shit has happened. I would not go on a trip with this girl. Like, we can't even be cool on our home turf. You a headache on the home turf. How the hell we gonna go on a trip? We go out to eat. I'm about to pay when Kula says she'll pay for me. I thank her, thinking she's a good friend, until it comes time for her to give me her half of the hotel money, and she deducts my dinner from it. Now that is ghetto. Bitch, if you can't fucking afford shit, don't come on a trip with me, you broke ass bitch. And I don't care. Y'all can take that any type of way you want. I'm one of those people, I put in way too much time, planning, effort. Like, what you're not about to do is this. You could stay the fuck home. Like, I will go somewhere by myself in a heartbeat. Because this is like, what is that? Oh, you want to play that? Okay, I guess we're deducting towels and all types of stuff now, too. Like, ew, really? Oh, my God. I did not ask for you to pay for my food. I might as well have paid for my own food, because what the hell? But I just let it go and accepted the deducted pay. Kula's sister lived in Austin, so she wanted to go visit her. We went to visit her, and she ended up leaving with her for the day. She told us that she wanted to wash her clothes at her sister's place, so she comes get her bag and leaves again. My best friend comes over that night, and it was really good seeing her. But Kula missed her, and yes, they met multiple times before, because Kula stayed the night with her sister. The next morning, when it was time to go back to Houston, she asked Peach and me to round up all her belongings and bring them out because she's about to stay with her sister. Okay, so we rounded up all her belongings, and then we set off on the road. Halfway to Houston, Kula calls us and asks where her flat iron is. It's always these damn flat irons with you hoes. You always want to argue about these motherfucking flat irons. Like, my lord, it's always the flat irons. It's always the flat irons. Of course, neither I nor Peach knew, because we do not use heat styling tools, period. She seemed annoyed and upset with us, but honestly, she could have brought her ass up to the room herself and gathered her things. But she went back to the hotel and never found it, and I could tell she was angry by the way she was texting the group chat, but that genuinely was not our problem. So the last flag. This was our last face-to-face encounter. So she had all this weird habit of not talking to certain friends for periods of time, and I was the target this week. This was back in September 2020, and Peach and I had moved into an apartment together. We wanted our friends to see our new place, and the first friend to come was Kula. I had been at my boyfriend's place for almost a week and was excited to have a bed to myself. I come home to Kula on the couch with Peach, chopping it up. I was surprised because I wasn't notified of her visit since she wasn't talking to me. And Peach figured Kula wouldn't come without talking to the both of us first, so she never told me. I was happy though, and we just started talking like old times. That's still weird. I don't like that. That's still weird. It's like, if me and my room, yes, we are two different people, but this is both our safe space where we have to lay our head at night. And if you have beef with me and you cool with my roommate, do not slither through my front fucking door and play dumb in my roommate's face, basically. Like, you're a op, bro. That's not safe. So that night, Peach wanted to go sleep at her boyfriend's place and didn't feel comfortable leaving Kula asleep in her room without her there, as she should. Kula is very messy, and Peach wanted to be there to tell her to clean up after herself. And when I say messy, I mean taking off used panties with panties. Oh, look, I'm not about to embarrass the girl, but just know there's some nasty shit going on that this bitch is a little too comfortable. Ew, and then just leaving it there. She did that in Peach's bathroom, and that's why she couldn't sleep there the following night. So one of our roommates / friends had her boyfriend sleep over that night like she did every Sunday. Okay. Kula felt comfortable sleeping on the couch that night because she and the boyfriend used to talk. See, now it's getting messy. By talking, I mean they text for 2 days and never even established pet names. But for some reason, she genuinely thought he would do something to her in her sleep and begged to sleep in the bed with me. I was so mad because I spent the entire ride from my boyfriend's place to mine thinking about that bed. I told her no at first, and she got upset. It was just like, I really don't feel comfortable with him here. Then go home. Why can't she go home? Why can't she go home? I'm so confused. So I gave in and let her sleep in my bed. She then proved exactly why I don't want her in there. The woman had her ass sprawled out across my entire mattress. I literally woke up the next morning and fell out of bed because she was taking too much of it up. Girl, this is so petty. So she left and that was that. Blah, 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 blah. We had a friend that she Oh, shout out to Casey for the super chat. Thank you so much. I haven't really been looking. So shout out to anybody that's been sending me a super chat. She says, I hear high school and college stories and ask, did I act like that? Most likely. No, definitely. Because when I said it's always about this hoes and these damn flat irons, I definitely got into a fight with one of my old best friends over a damn flat iron. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, it's all the same. But yeah, thank you so much for the super chat. So, So we had a friend that she introduced to the group a year prior that Peach and I had grown pretty close to, okay? When she came to town to visit, she saw our apartment and she said, did Kula say anything to you when she was here? And I told her no. Come to find out, she really hadn't spoken to us since she got back to her BS place, and it was because she didn't feel welcome when she came. Well, maybe because you just popped the fuck up, girl. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. If anything, you wore out your own welcome, and that's nobody's fault but your own. I told Peach, and she felt the same way I did. She was like, honestly, if she's feeling all these things but can never speak to us about it, it's obvious she just wants to feel that way. So I'm gonna let her know. Honestly, if that would have let me know, bitch, you're a hater. You're a op. You're not a real friend. You need to go. Because if you could kiki up in my face and be in my house and shit and lay in my bed and lay your dirty drawers on my floor, but you still talking, nah, I'm good. So yeah, I haven't spoken to her legitimately in months, maybe since Peach's 72nd birthday, or 72nd, girl, help, 22nd birthday. I don't feel any sort of way about it. It is what it is. I just wanted to share this story because I felt like it was entertaining. If you know our zodiac signs, Peach and I are both Libras, and Kula is a Gemini. In the picture attached from right to left, Peach, me, Kula, coincidentally, this was taken on the Austin trip, okay? You said left to right. That's Peach, You and Kula. Oh, okay. Y'all are all cute. But I think I might know what was going on. I'm gonna be so real. You know how you could look at people and you could tell that they hang out and stuff like that? Kula don't even look like she would hang out with y'all. And it has nothing to do with her race. It has nothing to do that y'all are two black girls and she's the white girl. Like, she just don't even look like she, like, I don't know. You could just tell who's close in this picture that you sent. You know? But yeah, 2 Libras and a Gemini. Yeah, bro, I see why y'all are like dragging this shit on, but it's very obvious that there's something going on. There's some animosity there, and you guys are both choosing. All 3 of y'all at one point were choosing to be on some, well, if she got a problem, she got a problem, but that's not me. I'm not the problem. When it's like, it takes 2, or in this case 3. It takes all of y'all to make the problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, so if we're all just, oh yeah, it's not me. You get what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say a different aesthetic. Like, I can't put my finger on it. It just looks like, you know what it looks like? It looks like your biology professor made you all get into a group. Like, it doesn't look like y'all would have naturally done this. It looks like one of y'all was nice to her. And then, well, shit, that's what you said happened. So that's why I'm like, it looks like one of y'all got nice to her. And then, you know, I don't know. But you did send me another one talking about, I could give you another example of how passive aggressive she is and blah blah blah. And it's like, girl, I don't need no more examples. I believe you. I don't think that y'all was, I don't think that y'all was really meant to be. I don't think that she really knew how to fit in y'all space. And it's okay to be different, but the whole animosity shit, like, that's not cool. And you said that she gets that from her family. That's a therapy session away. You get what I'm saying? Like, she's not an evil person. She's not sinister, you know? She just has some healing to do. She has some real deal healing to do. Like, yeah, she just attacked. That's what I'm getting, like, tag-along vibes, you know? But shout out to her, my Gemini sister. You sound very lost, though. I hope you get the help you deserve. Yeah, man. Melanie said, girls, Geminis be living up to their rep. I'm here risking a smack for my Gemini girlfriends typing this. Right, you risking a smack from me. Because that is not, like, look, when I tell you, I had the complete opposite problem with me and my Libra roommate. Like, when I tell you, it was like pulling fucking teeth to get them to not be passive aggressive. Like, oh girl never wanted to talk about shit ever. I'm over here, please, like, what is the issue, girl? Like, begging the bitch to tell me what's the tea. So not all Geminis, but then nature versus nurture comes into play. Oh girl did say her people had her on some fuck shit. And when you come from fuck shit, you go and emanate fuck shit in the world until you realize you need to make a change within yourself, right? You get what I'm saying? I hope she gets her healing. But, yeah, I wouldn't even keep trying to beat that dead horse, because if it seems like she's the only common denominator in your whole friend group, why waste the time? And then it seems like y'all brought her into it, so it's kind of y'all responsibility to get her the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. You said, who is Coolant? Y'all talking about Coolant. Oh, you mean Cooler. Y'all was calling her Coolant. Oh my God, Miss Coolant. You said she's struggling, it seems. You said Coolant was a hater potato. Jay says, I'm the most confrontational Libra ever. What I think happened, I feel like, because our old Libra friend here had Peach, who is also a Libra, because I will admit, I used to be the Gemini with the 2 Libra roommates. And when them 2 got together, then yeah, they'll want to talk. You get what I'm saying? Now you want to talk. But when can I ever get you hoes in the same room? Never. You get what I'm saying? So I've definitely come in contact with different types of Libras, and I've lived with Libras. I still do like Libras. I got Libra in my North Node. I love people. You know, I love figuring people out and all that type of stuff. You know, that's my jazz too. But at the end of the day, nature versus nurture, bruh. It is what it is. There's a reason why we're not all the same walking around out here, you know. But if you ever thought you were tripping, no, you were not tripping. That girl just over time just got weird. If you guys have any more advice, please put it in the comments below. Yeah, bruh, I don't know. I feel like my only advice to that is don't be beating a dead horse. Like, if it's obviously not vibing, like, I don't know. I feel like y'all should have been stopped being friends with her before the fucking Austin trip, honestly. Because that was weird. That was weird. Okay, let's get into this next story. The next one is tribetea. I lost a friend because I did not want to travel. Okay, travel. So, hey Nadja and Tribe, I love your podcast and your channel, and I've been subscribed for 2 years. Oh my gosh. I'm always listening to everyone's stories, and I finally have the courage to send in a crazy ex-best friend story. This isn't heavy or anything. It's just something for you and the tribe to sip your tea on. Do I have any more water? No, let me get some more water, girl. Ugh. Oh, you know a good example of the nature versus nurture thing and why I feel like I am not a passive-aggressive Gemini, just to bring it up, because how the nature versus nurture can fuck with your sign and how you were raised. I was raised, not to put nobody on blast, but I was raised in a household where other people's emotions dictated your day. So if mom came home from work and she's upset, whole house upset. You get what I'm saying? So I need to know, what the fuck is your problem, bitch? Like, period. Like, no, what is your problem? Like, I can't have you, oh, I'm good. No, you're not. You're not good, and we're not about to do, because no, like, I don't know. That nature versus nurture will make it different, because I've met some Libras who are direct as fuck. My brother, however, passive-aggressive ass Libra. Like, I've met some Geminis who are passive-aggressive as well. I've met some Geminis who are whole snakes. Then I met the Geminis who are just too giving. That used to be me. Just way too fucking giving, trying to buy affection and shit. But regardless of your sign, I bet you if you grew up in a household where whoever is making the money or whoever is in charge, they emotions ruled that shit, you don't like that. You do not like that guessing game. What are you thinking? Like, you do not like that. Like, let me know in the chat. Like this video if that's what you, because somebody said something really interesting and I wanted to branch off of that, because that's definitely yes. Whole day ruined. Then they want to take you to McDonald's like nothing happened. Girl, I'm mad. Now I'm mad. Now y'all gotta have a ruined day. Anyway, so yeah, let's get into the story. And she wants y'all to know that they're grown. Everybody in the story is grown, okay? So summer 2020, I met this girl, and we will name her Phony. We're naming her Phony Girl, because that's what she was. Phony and I met at one of my best friend's birthday parties in July. It was a quarantine safe only. It was quarantine safe only, okay? So it was only few people. It was like 5 people. At the party, people kept asking if her and I were cousins because we did sort of look alike. She was actually pretty cool at first. We hit it off really easily, almost too easily. Eventually, she started coming over to my place, and I went over to hers, and we would go on fun dinners and just do girly things together, things I've always done. My other friends always say that I am very girly and very into self-care and spoiling myself when I can. Yes, I love that for you. I love that for you. So when I met this girl and she seemed to be on the same wavelength, I was happy. You're like, yes, I finally found my girly girl. Because nowadays, everybody wants, you know, the emo friend and then your princess bubblegum. No, you're like, I want the Mimi to my Hello Kitty. Like, I want a bestie like me. So I just wanted to give you a backstory before I get into the tea, because I feel like it helps understand how ridiculous all this is. So in October of 2020, I believe they're talking about, right? Because this came out in, of 2020. So October in 2020. COVID is still very much alive. The pandemic is nowhere near over as I type this in 2021. And it's still not over. So one day, Phony picks me up, and she's on FaceTime with some random guy. And he's talking about his birthday and how he's traveling to Chicago for it and wants to invite her. Girl. She accepts the invite and invites me along with her. I I'm not about to go to Chicago in a pandemic. And at this time, they were talking about closing down Chicago. So I side-eye her like, girl, and I'm a Cancer. Shout out to all the Cancers in the chat. I'm a Cancer, and I'm working on speaking up when I don't want to do things, but I feel like my actions will just speak for itself. Like, my reaction right then and there should have been enough to show I did not want to go with some random ass man and her to Chicago. So I tell her, hey, I'm not really into doing that, and she's telling me how the guy has a lot of money and how he looks, and but just never telling me how they met. Girl, it sounds like she's trying to pimp you out. Like, what is, okay, why do I even need to go? That's what I don't get. I was looking at her. I'm like, have you ever seen him in person? I know you FaceTime, and she's like, no, but you're stressing too much. Like, it would just be a fun little road trip. And I was looking like, girl, sex trafficking is a thing, period. And this also looks like some sort of sugar baby thing, because she was saying how he's going to pay for our hotel rooms. Like, girl, don't you know he doesn't care about the money he's spending on a room, because he may just be getting it right back when we come down there, right? Like, just send you. Oh my God. Maybe I watch ID too much, but this is real. No, it is. Well, everywhere, like, you just got to be careful. So she just kept asking me about it over and over and over. And just to tell her how I truly felt and how sketchy it was. And after all that, she was like, well, I wasn't that into the trip anyways. I just wanted some cute photos. What in the girl? What? I didn't say anything to her. I couldn't speak to her for like a good week after that, because seriously, going to Chicago for photos when where we live, there are spots here, and I could have just gone. Honestly, so insane. Like, imagine risking your well-being to just show off for people, to take photos just to upload them on Instagram or Snapchat. Like, I don't know. People are weird. This was a huge red flag for me. Even though it was a red flag, I didn't completely distance myself. But knowing where her morals were, it could get myself in danger. So I began to keep distance. So here's my thing. I get that when you sent this, things were different. We didn't really know the how contagious or less contagious it was, right? I remember there was a point in time we were spraying our groceries with Lysol. Like, we didn't know at this time. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. My thing is, though, is once I find out, fuck what you got going on. Once I find out that you are willing to take trips to Chicago, like, I know that your ass is outside. Like, you're running at risk to get that shit and give me that shit. So therefore, I need to keep my distance away from you. And that, unfortunately, is what did end a few of my friendships in quarantine. Is like, once I'm seeing you outside doing crazy shit and stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like, you don't care about yourself, about your family. You definitely don't care about me. So I need to keep my distance from you until then. And a lot of people thought I was being paranoid. A lot of people thought I was this and that and the third. Still haven't spoken to them. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, if anything, that would have just showed me, like, fuck you risking your life for some pictures. That just shows me you're just willing to get that shit, girl. Like, and this was before the vaccine, wasn't it? Yep. So now her birthday's coming up in a couple months, and she's been talking about going to the ghetto, Corona Air, Miami. Honestly, Miami was not safe at this time. This Miami 2021 was when there was the surge for spring break. And around this time, like, yeah, girl, it was bad. It was bad. The hottest spot for COVID right now, right? So I told her I really don't think it's best if we go right now, because we probably wouldn't even be able to enjoy it the way we want. That's true also. Everything was like shut down. Like, wouldn't you want to go during a time where you don't have to wear a mask or worry about a virus or just truly enjoy yourself? So once I sent that text, my other friends agreed. We spoke about it and how we should tell Phony, because she is someone that is just super prideful, and it's hard to tell someone that doesn't want to be told anything something that makes sense. So once I sent that, she seriously said that she thinks that we're plotting against her birthday. I remember, like, during C19, there were a lot of pick-me behavior happening around these goddamn birthday dinners. Baby, it's C19. Baby, the world is ending. In my Courtney voice, Kim, children are dying. Children are starving. Like, She over here trying to do matching. She wanted us to get jumpsuits, the matching PJs, and girl, are we living the same life? Like, I'm really not trying to be messy, but you're literally like describing something that like my literal C19, one of my C19 fallouts. Are you serious? Down to the PJs, the airplane ride. Knowing how a couple months ago she wanted to go to Chicago just for pictures and to flex on the haters. Wow. I feel like this trip was just a trip that she wanted to go on to show off. And then it's like, girl, it's one thing if you want to go and do stuff, but like, why don't you go and do it by yourself? Why you can't do shit by yourself now? You gotta have to have a crowd. Like, I don't get it. So she's still going to Miami, and I haven't spoken to her since I sent that text, and I don't feel bad about it. Why should I risk my health, my life for Miami? I am good. People fail to understand once you have C19, it's just really some things that stick with you, and it terrifies me. Girl, every once in a while, it just stopped like, what, 2 months ago? Maybe a month and a half ago? Yeah, because I had C19 5 months ago. So yeah, I just now stopped getting random freaking sleepy spells and stuff. Like, you get, it's some real shit. I just think it's crazy how someone's always saying how she's so happy to finally have a best friend, and then she just cut me off because I didn't want to go to Miami during the heat of the damn pandemic. The news was even talking about a new strand coming out. Yep, and I got I got it. Yep. And guess what? That strain was highly contagious. Like, that's crazy. Hope you enjoyed this crazy tea. I have so many other stories with this friend, her trying to steal my entire personality. Literally, I hate when people say it, but when I tell you she tried to be me, like she stole my clothes, tried to talk like me, everything. Like, I hadn't realized until I left, but she was even texting my current boyfriend behind my back. Oh, hell no. She even tried to make me have body issues, just so much. But here's a pic of me. Someone who believes that everything should be shut down until it's safe because I care about everyone's health. And you are so freaking adorable with your little corset. Like, I'm definitely team you to the point, and here I'm gonna put the chat on the screen. I'm definitely team you to the point where I did end up developing pretty bad anxiety, especially in 2021 when I was like, oh my God, like, we're still in it. And just anxiety of being around people, anxiety of just like, oh my God, is this guy at the Walgreens gonna give it to me? Like, let alone trying to go on a damn trip, go on a flight. Like, in 2021, I was really trying to convince myself, like, yeah, I could do it. Like, you know, I went on a trip to Cali, and I did enjoy myself, but you're right. I do wish I would have went at a different time, because you couldn't have enjoyed yourself on no trip last year. Like, you really couldn't, or the year before. Like, but no, seriously, your current man, like, what was she doing? Like, what happened there? But yeah, I definitely feel you. I understand why you kind of wouldn't even want to touch base with that, because so much has changed. The world has changed. We are in a new order right now. Like, it has changed. And when shit was hitting the fan, you wanted to pretend like you was Jada Wada. Like, no, girl. Like, a few family members and shit passed away last year. Like, shit was serious. Come on, am I the asshole stories getting crazy? Oh my God. What y'all got to say about this? Reminds me of a random dude that jumped in my IG DMs who got upset with me and low-key threatened me because I didn't want to go out in the midst of a pandemic with a total stranger. Yes, that happened to me too. And you know what? I'm going to kind of speak on it a little bit, but because I'm telling you, this happened to me to multiple fucking people. Because in my medicated diaries, I told y'all I was just trying to come out and be more social, like right before this shit happened. And there was somebody, not going to say no names, not going to say their profession, not going to say nothing, not going to give no details, but, you know what? I am going to say their profession. I'm just not going to say where they stay at. How about that? Because it wouldn't make sense if I didn't say their profession. They are a content creator, okay? They were a content creator, and we were supposed to meet. Well, we were supposed to just at least get to know each other, because y'all know me. I don't collab. I don't do none of that shit. None of that. If I don't know you, I don't like you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Or you don't like me. Like, we need to, you know. And right off rip, they were really bad at texting, for one. So, girl. Then talk about something. Oh yeah, we should meet up and like have lunch. And I'm like, wait, So, sis, you just be out in the world right now? And then I'm a whole stranger. You're a whole stranger. We're both strangers to each other. And you want to go and get some. But when I tell y'all, this is my toxic trait. Because I already felt like this person wasn't really like vibing with me anyway because of the short ass text and shit. I ghosted that shit so fast because I'm like, bro, you don't give a fuck like to that extent. Like, I'm not trying to get no stranger vid. Like, and back then was like when we really did not know how this shit was moving and how it was maneuvering, right? So yeah, bruh. I'm sorry, I just spilled this shit on myself. Y'all are fucking up in the chat. Oh my god. Y'all talking about the Jada Wade. Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, I hate a bad texter too, dude. I love a good FaceTime. Text me, be like, hey, are you free to FaceTime? That's the only type of text I like. Text me to ask me if I am free to FaceTime. That's my shit right there. Anyway, let's get on to this next story. It is called My Friend's Mom is a Psycho B. Girl. Right, Jessica? I hate when people want me to carry a conversation. It's like, girl, I can't do it all by myself now. All right, so my friend's mom is a Psycho B, okay? Hey, Nadja, I am a new subscriber. Ooh, and I just want to say I love your channel. Well, thank you for joining. Shout out to anybody else who is a first-time viewer. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So I'm from the UK, so excuse my terminology and mannerisms. I am a Leo. Shout out to all my Leos in the chat. And my best friend is an Aries. So shout out to all the Aries. So my story starts in 2019. Aries and I grew up together and we live in the same apartment building since she was 3 and I was 6. Damn. Our mothers are both Jamaican born and bred, so I thought of her as more like a sister than anything. This sounds familiar. I feel like I read this one before. Hold on. So we attend each other's family's parties, and I consider Aries' mom as another mother. We both still lived at home, which is not uncommon for those that live in London due to the house and rent prices, which are expensive. So at the ending of July 2019, I get a call from Aries. Aries is a virgin, which is relevant in some sense. So at this time, she was 26. Oh, okay. So Aries is a 26-year-old virgin, and I was 29. When I answered the phone, Aries was crying. Oh no, I definitely didn't read this. I'd remember a 26-year-old virgin woman. Definitely didn't read this. And the last one, somebody said they thought that I read the last one before. No, I've been putting that last one off for like a long time because I look at it and I'm like, oh my God, that shit is so long, and it intimidated me, and then I would drop it. So I've probably read that title like hella times, but no, I never read that before. Okay, but yeah, I know I didn't read this because I remember this. So she kept repeating, please don't be mad, I'm so sorry, on the phone. And I said, what? She said, I met this guy in February at a house party and I've been seeing him and I slept with him and he is 15 years my senior, which would make him 41. My mom found out from opening a letter from the hospital which says that this man gave me HPV. This woman saved herself 26 years just for this nasty ass man to give her HPV. This is so sad. This is so sad. At the time, I was like, that's okay. Congrats on losing the V card. What's the problem? Girl, do you not know what that is? She then went on to say my mom lost it and asked me all these questions. So I told her I met him at a house party. He's older and has 3 children and 1 baby mom. Then I was like, oh. She then said I lied. I lied. He actually has 9 children with 5 different baby mothers. And I told her that you knew. I would have did you tell her that I knew? I didn't know. This is traumatizing. Why would you drag me into this for two? Why, Bessie? Why? And the first time. That man's going straight to hell. You know that, right? Oh, my God. As she was still upset and crying at this point, I just told her it's not an ideal situation and that her mom will calm down, but boy, was I wrong. So a week goes by and I get a phone call from her mom, and we're going to call her Psycho. I mean, with love, the mama has every right to be a little bit shocked. Like, this is crazy. I don't think anybody wants this for their daughter, virgin or not. Like, nobody wants their daughter to be getting HPV from a man that is just a slut out in these streets. Like, it's horrible. So we're gonna call the mom Psycho, and the mom is a Libra. Shout out to all the Libras. So this is a Libra mama, but we're gonna call her Psycho. Psycho is on the phone saying, "What is your opinion on Aries having an affair with this man?" Or what did we call? Did we ever give her a nickname? Or you just been calling her? You just been calling her the Aries? Here, we'll just call her Ari, so we don't get it confused. So she's talking about, how do you feel about Ari having an affair with this man? And I was like, from the sounds of it, he's not in a relationship and it's not ideal, but I'm confident Ari can handle her business. Psycho then states she's stupid. How could you think it's right for her to sleep around and catch diseases? I was like, it's not common for our people our age and younger to sleep with their partners before marriage, and HPV is an STD but can be managed. She replied, all of you sluts and whores. You were supposed to protect her. Now you're a disgrace. Ma'am, you were supposed to protect her. You're the mama. You're the mama. If you got a baby and you're not taking care of your baby and the grandma taking care of your baby, then the grandma the baby. You're the mama. You should be doing something. Why is this? I would have been like, Psycho, get the fuck off my phone. Like, what are you? Get out of here. Me and Psycho work in the same building, so on my way to work, she got on my bus and proceeds to shout, "You're disgusting. Don't talk to me." Girl, I am not your daughter. A couple weeks later, she shouts outside again that I'm a prostitute. Out of respect, I just let it go. Out of respect. She's giving no respect. Like, I get there's cultural differences, but oh my God. A year goes by with Ari leaning on me as a shoulder to cry on and her mom, Psycho, fully ignoring me. Oh my gosh. During this year, Ari is telling me her mom keeps wiping up after her with bleach as she is infectious. Oh my God, the abuse. Like, why is the mom not mad that this grown ass man defiled her daughter? Like, where is the anger for him? He is just la-di-da land. Like, I told her, girl, you better move out. And she said, if the bee touches me again, as big as I am, I swear I'm going to hit her back. Ari is non-confrontational. So I was like, okay, I believe it when I see it. Anyway, London went into lockdown due to C19. And Ari is still reporting that her mom is just going off on her every day. I then, in confidence, tell my mom about everything that's gone on and asked her not to say anything. My mom tells me that Psycho is hurt and clearly feels betrayed, so I should be compassionate. I'd be like, Mom, what about me? She's coming for me. Take up for me. Oh my God. I'm not sure what happened in Ari's house, but in July, Ari's was like, oh, I have found a place, so I'm sorting out my affairs and moving out. I was like, good for you. I was fully surprised and shocked because I didn't think she'd be able to. But at the end of August, I get a phone call from Ari at 1 a.m. Uh-oh, girl, she gonna want to move in. My first thought is that she told her mom and she's homeless. Is that she's told her mom she's homeless as the apartment wouldn't be ready until late August. So I answered and Ari tells me, oh, my mom said that she's spoken to yours and she knows that I lied about you knowing. I get up in rage and go to my mom's room and ask her, did you see, like, this is all just a bunch of he said, she said, he said, she's blah, 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 blah. When it's like, at the end of the day, all of you guys, unfortunately, are at the whim of toxic masculinity, like misogyny, because, dude, you guys are all fighting with each other when in reality, I'll be building up a case against that grown-ass 40-year-old man with multiple children that most likely knowingly infected her. Like, all this energy, this he said, she said, and like, low-key, both of the mamas involved, but y'all mamas need to tighten up. Like, this is really immature that y'all are having he said, she said, calling people sluts and prostitutes at the job. Like, this is not normal behavior. Like, so now everybody mad about the he said, she said. Like, so now I'm sitting in the car. Psycho comes from around the corner screaming, "You evil bitch, burn in hell." So I'm looking at her and saying to myself, this woman comes in my face, she's gonna get slapped. Ari drives off and pulls up on the street to collect herself. I shut the door, whatever. I then called my mom and explained to her what happened. And my mom was like, I hope you did nothing and were respectful. I hung up the phone as I was livid at this point. Ari then looks at me and is like, am I dumb? Am I making a mistake? And she tells me she's still seeing this dude. See, that's the problem when all of y'all are ganging up on her. Instead of ganging up on him, y'all are driving her into his arms. Oh my God, she's still seeing him? So I respond and say, you have to ask yourself if it's worth it. Either way, she loses, because if she continues with the relationship, she loses her mom. And if she has children, her children won't know her side of the family. Ari then asked me if I support her decision. And I am like, I support you, not your decision. Well, girl, look. So now Ari is living in her flat. She's still seeing this dude. Now it's 2021 and her mom still calls her to disgrace her and still shouts profanities at the street towards me. I have a lot of resentment and I'm upset towards Ari because she did and has not come clean to her mom about my role. If you want to be mad about anybody for you getting snapped on and shit, because now her mom knows the truth and her mom is still acting psycho towards you because she doesn't want to take accountability that she did not protect her daughter. In her own psycho fucking way, she's mad at herself because she wasn't there to protect her child. She knows the facts and she's still choosing to shout profanities at you, and your mama is not protecting you. If anybody, it's the mamas. The mamas are fucking up. And I'm really hoping y'all seeing these patterns so y'all don't have kids and do this same shit, because this is crazy. Well, shit, y'all are 26 and 29. Help. Police. These parents are way too involved in y'all life. They need to take a seat. You said you also fell out with your mom. I figured. Because I told her a secret and she went and told this woman, and essentially they tried to beat me up. And when I was looking for support, she was not there. She really wasn't. She dropped the fucking ball. Thank God my dad was like, don't let anyone put their hands on you. And if she approaches you again, you have my blessing to tear her a new one. Needless to say, our relationship will never be the same again. What should I do? Should I speak to Ari about how her lies impacted me? There is still so much going on. Thank you for the length of this story. It was cathartic to even write this. Thank you for your time and reading my story. Any advice you have would mean a great deal. Ooh, I do have advice for you. Okay, put the chat on the screen. So, what I definitely think that you should speak to Aries and let her know how that little, fib to make the heat a little easier on her really affected you. But I do not think that Ari is the villain. I feel like Ari did a survival move, okay? Because even though you guys are older, I mean, shit, I turned 26 in 2 weeks. I'm not trying to say y'all are that type of older. I'm saying, like, you guys are more mature. When you are in certain households with overbearing parents, it can infantilize you a little bit, okay? For example, why are you talking to a man with multiple baby mamas and multiple kids in the first place and think that that dude is worthy of your biscuit? Like, why are you accepting the verbal abuse from your mom? Like, both of y'all were emotionally and verbally abused by your parent, and you guys were there to lean on each other in that moment. I don't think this was worth throwing it away, the friendship away. If I were you, I would let her know, like, this is why it impacted me, and do not ever do that again. But if she still has a relationship with her mother, like if she's still picking up the phone, like you said, I would just love her from afar. Because you took that step to be like, look, I can't with my mama, and our moms are a package deal. So if I'm done with my mama, you need to be done with your mama. And if you're not, then we just need to, you know, go our own separate ways, right? So let's see. What are y'all saying in this chat? Les says, leave that mom and the man alone. No, for real. Thank you, Casey. Yes, please like the stream if you are still here. Coco said, Ari was not concerned about you when it happened. If she had any self-realization, she would have apologized initially. No, I do agree with that. I do agree with that. But, I mean, it's still hurting you till this day, you know. Brooklyn says, that man certainly is the villain. HPV has potential to cause cancer. Right. Jay says, Ari isn't the villain, but our good sis wouldn't have been called up and yelled up in the first place if Ari hadn't dropped her name. Ari wanted to drag someone down with her. Definitely did. And I wouldn't even view it as dragging it down, as I would view it as she didn't want to take the heat by herself on like some little siblings type shit. Like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble alone. But when the jig was up, it should have been up. When the jig was up, it should have been up. I don't know why that grown-ass woman was over here chasing y'all, beating y'all up in the car or any of that. Like, now you know the truth. Why are you still operating like the lie is the truth? Like, that's that weird shit. The Mango Fairy says she's scared of her mom. Her fear of her mom overrides your friendship. Exactly. So that's why I'm going to keep it at that. If she's still cool with that mama, there's no hope for y'all. Because if you took that step to get the toxic mother out of your life, why can't she do the same for you, right? So that's my verdict. If y'all have any more advice, leave it in the comments below. I'm going to read this last story here. Hopefully it's not too long, but it just flat out is COVID ruined our friendship, okay? I've tried to read this story multiple times before in the past also, so if the title sounds familiar, that is why, but I have not read this, so. Damn shame, dude. Damn fucking shame. I just don't see why that girl's still messing with that man. That was a damn shame. Well, I do, because she's never been physically intimate, and that man is a pro at making babies. So why would she not be right? All right, let's get into this last story. We're going a little bit over time, but I'm gonna do it for y'all. So, hey Nadja girl, I've written to you before. I'm not sure if you ever read it for tribetea, but writing the whole story out was mad therapeutic, so I'm gonna do it again. I feel like I read this, girl. See, I always do this. So I'm gonna hop right into it. Everybody's name will be changed, and you can call me Casey for today's purpose. So let me start this by saying I don't have a lot of friends. I keep my circle small, and all of my friends have been around since middle school or very early childhood. I'll be 25 in June. Gemini gang. Shout out to all the Geminis in the chat. Make sure you drop your sign. We will call them Michelle, Nicole, and Joanna. But these are the girls I've been friends with for 10 plus years, and they'll come up a little later, but really just Nicole. All right, girl, please don't get me lost with these characters now. So this story is about, oh, now we got a new person. This story is about Amani, who I met at work in 2015, but we didn't really start hanging out until summer 2016. She's 3 years older than me, but we clicked at work right away. Once we start hanging out, we were inseparable. I got a new job, and I think we got closer after that. I would go pick her up from work. She does not drive. Remember that. Amani does not drive. A few times a week, and we would go to her house and just chill, smoke, whatever. When we worked together, again, at the same summer program, it became literally daily. We were always together. Whenever there was an event to attend, everybody knew Casey and Amani were going to be there together. That was my girl. We were best friends, not question. So this was us from 2017 to 2020, and then COVID hit. She still works at the daycare we met at. So when COVID closed everything, she was furloughed. I worked in school, so I was still getting paid. I worked in a school, so I was still getting paid, but I was going to go back to a different branch of our old daycare, blah, 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 blah. When I found out she had lost her job, I immediately called the supervisor to give her my hours. That's what's up. See, I told you, bro, that's our downfall as Gemini sometimes, bro. We be too fucking giving. And that's why the majority of us think that we're these evil ass beings on this earth, because we just give and give and give. And like when we feel tried, it's done. You will feel the wrath, bitch. Like, because we just be giving. This girl done gave her hours on the shift. Once that employment came through, I swear I stopped hearing from her the way I used to. Damn. She started hanging out with Monique. Okay, so who is that? Girl, you got too many names. You got way too many names. I don't know who Monique is. I don't know who, you said a gay friend named Bobby. Like, I don't know these people. These are too many names, girl. So I thought both of them were cool. Mind you, in the 3 years that we have been friends, I have met Monique twice and only heard Bobby's name 3 times. Now look, I feel like, bro, it's okay to have different groups of friends. Like, that's normal to have different friend groups, bro. But like, I don't know. Think of it as a TV show. Usually you have a spin-off episode where I see somebody, right? So for a whole year, like, I don't know. But now I'm confused on time frames too, because you kind of jumping around from 2017 to 2020. Like, I mean, nobody's about to see nobody. Okay, yeah, it's 2020. So now it's the end of May 2020. I haven't seen Imani in maybe a month at this point. Definitely the longest stretch of time we had been apart since we met. I ended up linking with this dude, Jay, because I was bored. So we're together pretty much every day after that. Imani and I would still text each other and FaceTime here and there, but it was weird to share such big news with my best friend over FaceTime. At one point, I even asked her if maybe Bobby and Monique don't like me, because I was just confused as to why I felt a shift in our friendship, but she said that wasn't true. They both ended up coming to my little birthday celebration, less than 8 people, you know, because of the C19 shit. And it was whatever, but Bobby ended up getting in a car right after this. And when I tell y'all I didn't see him again until Imani's birthday, and even then I still went all out for my friend. I made sure to pick her up, bring her around, everything last minute. Basically got her a nice gift. And I prepared myself to be around people who I still feel like don't like me. Girl, they don't like you. They don't like you. I could tell you right now, they don't like you. Like, that type of shit, bro, we be spot on. Like, they don't like us women. We be spot the fuck on. They don't like you. This man done fucking dipped. Don't even want to fucking be around you. And then the fact that you were there before them, they already ain't gonna like you. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to generalize, but you talking about the gay friend Bobby, they definitely don't like competition on the best friend panel. So moving along, I still wasn't being invited to anything. They were getting together pretty much every weekend, drinking and having fun at Monique's house. I believe it was October. One night I swiped up on a snap and was like, hey, I'm tired of looking at all the snaps from my house board. Let me know when y'all on next time. Right. Something like that. And she was like, you're always invited. Come on now. Now, I don't know about y'all, but my mama always told me not to show up anywhere I wasn't actually invited, period. I'm not showing up either. So I said, nah, it's okay. Just let me know about next time. And it was late and my hair wasn't done anyway. She gonna text me the next morning talking about, OMG, you should have come, blah, blah, blah. And I hit her with the, well, I wish I was invited. No, seriously. So we don't see each other again until New Year's Eve. Monique actually was the one to FaceTime me from Imani's phone and invited me to her New Year's Eve party. So I brought Nicole with me, one of the OG besties. That's what I'm about to say. Where are your OG besties at? So remember, the OG besties are Michelle, Nicole, and Joanna. All right? You probably should have introduced them a little later, girl, but okay. So we had a pretty good time, but even she noticed how much Monique was trying to convince me that I was welcome there and that she has never had an issue with me and she wishes I could come around more. She was drunk and professed all this to me at least 3 different times throughout the night. Imani never said anything. She always just put her head down. So starting off the new year, it seemed like we were good for the most part. We were talking again, making plans, but I'm not gonna lie, something just felt off. Girl, yeah, because Amani is talking shit about you too. People don't just talk shit by themselves. So here's where the real drama starts. Amani was talking to this guy, Corey. She really liked him, but he is friends with this other guy that Amani hooked up with in her past. When she found out they were friends, she told Corey that she knew the other guy right away, and he kind of just told her that he couldn't fuck with her anymore, but they could be friends. She was thinking she could change his mind, but he kept telling her the same thing. So one night, Nicole, OG bestie, Amani and I all go downtown. We get a table at the bar, and then Amani wants to smoke, so I go with her, and Nicole's at the table by herself. So while we're outside, she gets a message from Corey saying he and the guy that she had smashed, I'm gonna call him John, are on their way to the bar we're at. While she's reading the message to me, the way they walk up behind her and go in the bar, and she's collecting herself and trying to, you know. So Corey and John are inside talking to Nicole. Corey asks for her number, and she gives it to him. When Amani and I come back inside, John and Corey are seated directly behind us, and I start giving Nicole the rundown on the story and who they were. And I noticed she kind of seemed uninterested and just was on her phone, but whatever. And at the end of the night, we're all outside, and Corey takes it upon himself to approach Nicole again in front of Amani. She stormed off, and I stepped in front of Corey and ushered Nicole away. He was apologizing to her all night, but she swore she was done with him. I'm so confused. Like, what's the drama? What's the problem? So a week later, she tells me that Corey told her that he got Nicole's number and read it back to her, and she was mad at Nicole. Grow up. I told her I would figure out what happened because that's not like her. Then Nicole told me that they approached her when we were outside and blah, 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 right? But Amani wasn't trying to hear that. Believe it or not, that was all backstory to my issue with Amani and why I decided I no longer want to be her friend. So I said before, my 25th B-Day is in June. I was really trying to go out of town this year. So I made the group chat proposing a Houston trip in COVID, girl. She never responded to it. She FaceTimed me asking if I was going to come watch our show at her house. And I was just like, oh, so you do have my number. Why didn't you respond to my birthday text? She said, and I quote, "That doesn't sound fun." Yeah, just bad vibes all around, bro. I was like, what the fuck you mean a trip don't sound fun? And she switched up and was like, I just want to avoid Nicole. I was instantly annoyed and got off the phone. I sat on it for a few days and I asked her straight up, what are you trying to avoid? She said she didn't want to have any confrontation and didn't want it to be awkward. She said that Corey's story was different from Nicole's, and he told her he got Nicole's number at the end of the night when Amani stormed off. Now, if you was about to do, that's just not, wait. Now, if you remember, I was right there when he approached her. He didn't talk to her for more than 4 seconds before I stepped between them, and he was asking what she was about to do, and that simply was just not true. And when I mentioned that, Nicole already apologized for not being upfront about it, so what confrontation would there be? She actually said, well, I didn't ask for an apology, though. So, girl, you want to get your ass beat. In my Jay Wow's voice, do you want to come here and get your ass beat? Or do you want to come here and get your ass beat? Because, like, you want to fight. Because nobody has beef. Like, am I wrong for feeling like this was not a big enough deal for her to not come to my birthday? Right, it's not Nicole's birthday. I just feel like the situation didn't have anything to do with me, and to miss out on my birthday because of a dude lying is just ridiculous. I feel like it was incredibly petty for her to decide she doesn't like or want to be around Nicole anymore, but was entertaining old dude and he started it. I deleted her off of everything already, so I'm not looking for advice, just perspective. Let me know something, tribe. Love ya. And here are some pictures. Baby is cute with the sundress. Yes, here we go. Yes, and this is Amani. Amani looks Somali as hell. Like, her face is very Somali. She's pretty though. No shade. She is pretty. And this is Nicole. Nicole's pretty too. Yeah, all of y'all are cute girls. I don't know what she got going on. But no, you did not make the a bad decision. That was so confusing and so juvenile. Amani's definitely giving pick me vibes, like super strong pick me vibes, and that can be dangerous. So we're just gonna leave her in the dust. She has her friend Bobby and the other friend, whatever his name is. What was the other one? I don't know. Not even memorable. Didn't even make memorable. Like, it wasn't even memorable, girl. Yeah, that shit wasn't worth it. I personally don't think COVID ruined your friendship. I feel like if anything, just that person showing their true colors over time exposed the friendship, because it seems to me you didn't care if C19 was going on or not. Your ass was going on a birthday trip, child. So yeah. I don't know what y'all got to say. Zanai talking about, I wasn't paying attention, girl. What happened? Look, a whole lot of pick me craziness. A whole lot of. The Mango Fairy says she hungry. She want the beef. No, really, like she was really trying to fight somebody in like out of town. Oh, the person who sent it in is in the chat. You said she's Ethiopian. Okay, I knew she was somewhere around there. I was like, she looks kind of Somali to me. But hey, girl, hey, you in the chat? What's up? Yeah, like she does. She's really pretty. No shade. She is really pretty, and she's too pretty to be thirsting like that over dudes. Like she needs to take a few seats. But yeah, no, I feel like her true colors had come out before COVID with her little sidekicks. And shout out to your OG friends for coming in and, you know, like being the voice of reason. Like, girl, you're not tripping. This girl's a little weird. Okay, she's a little weird, but that's good. You say you haven't spoken to her since. That's good. But thank you for sharing your story, because, and you are very pretty yourself. I don't know if I told you, but you are very pretty yourself. And thank you for sharing your story. And I do not blame you for not talking to her again. I wouldn't, because it's like over a boy. Like, how old are we? And then that wasn't even your man. Like, he wasn't interested in you. Like, you smashed the homie. Like, what, you want to be a homie hopper like that bad, girl? Like, calm down. Like, calm down. But yeah, shout out to you. Thank you so much for sending in that story. Ignore my little email that I'm sending you right now telling you that I read the story. If you guys want your stories on my channel, all you have to do is email me at tribetea@shopvoodoochild.com. Okay, right here, it's up here. It is also in the description. Okay, I'm encouraging you guys to send me in some stories. Please send me in some stories, because I don't know if I'm just reading them faster or if maybe I got like a new groove going, but I've been getting through these stories. Like, I'm pretty much almost done with all the 2021 ones, like, for real. So yeah, I encourage you, if you sent me in a story before and it has not been read, and you know for a fact it has not been read, and you have never sent it into any other YouTuber, go ahead and forward it to my new email. Make sure you are sending it to this email, not my business email. One of y'all sent something to my business email and I had to forward it. I was being nice. I usually just let it go in the trash, but I forwarded it. Please make sure. If you guys are wondering about my P.O. box, somebody said they're wondering about my P.O. box. It is in the description of this video. This exact video, go in the description. It'll be there. If you guys want the rules on what you can and cannot put on this segment, please check my description. There is another video for you guys to look at. Again, please support me and my art. I'd appreciate it. Go to shopvoodoochild.com. You could also follow me on these other handles as well. Make sure you guys stick around until the end of the video so that you can see the links to go to my vlog channel and my couples channel. I'm posting a vlog either tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I'm still deciding. Because I don't want to take the shine away from the Tribe Tea. So, I don't know. I might just schedule it to go up tomorrow morning. But it's a long vlog. It's like 30 minutes, bro. It's a long vlog. What else? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I want to get into before I leave? Not really. Just thank you guys so much again for sending in your stories. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel and continuously supporting me week after week. Like, I appreciate it so much, and I'm so excited to bring even more new stuff to this channel. But specifically with this segment, like, thank you guys, all 300 plus of y'all, for coming here every week. And thank everyone that sent in a story, leave some advice, leave a like on your way out, and I will see you tomorrow on another channel. Peace.